Clearing. Hey everybody. Okay, here we go. This is going to be a DM check-in. Where are the DMs at? Let's have a look. Oh, wow. I split the deck and we get my Divine Masculine card. The King of Master of Flames. So, passion, transition. What I'm getting from this is the sacred sexuality coming to the forefront. There's been a transition from the Page of Wands, the Page of Flames, to more of a masterful energy. I'm hearing Tantra again. Let's have a look. Thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What can we see for the incredible people that join me here? Where are these Divine Masculines at with regard to the journey, their counterpart? What is going on? What can we see? I just saw the Tower, so something happened. What do the feminines need to know about what we're going to see here? And let's do this one for advice, regardless if you're masculine or feminine tuning in to this reading. Okay. Conscious mind about these connections. Oh my gosh, so much unspoken love, so much emotion. Wow, 10 of Cups, Lord of Perfected Success. They think you're perfect. Wow. So this connection has really shown them how to master their emotions. And I just heard salivating. Like, they literally have never comprehended so much perfection. Like, they can have it all with you feminines, and that's doing some things to them. This longing is really amping up at this time. Their creative juices are flowing. I just heard. What can we see for the feminines? The Tower. Whew. This is so interesting because it's not even an energy I can pinpoint for you feminines. It's almost like you changed and you don't even know it. It's like you just crossed the threshold, feminines, and nothing's going to be the same again. There's something about your frequency. See how this halo is around the crown here? There's something about you broadcasting a new frequency, and the old you has fallen. Your standards, your energy is shifted, feminines. What are you doing? What is the advice for the counterparts? The Devil in the inverse, getting a handle on lust, I just heard. Oh, now I'm really being drawn to, there's an eye, like an all-seeing eye, the eye of God on the top of that card. Something about you becoming righteous, feminines, and pure frequency being hit that's just causing your masculine to crave. You and only you, I just heard. So these masculines are realizing it's warranted to desire to be in relationship with you to this degree. They thought it was just lust. They thought there was a taboo. Now they see there is a righteousness here that they cannot find anywhere else. So bright it's blinding, so loud it's deafening. It's interesting here. It's kind of like that in this connection where too good to be true does not do this energy justice, but it's along those lines. The best kept secret, I just heard. What can we see for how the masculines are thinking of their feminine? Queen of Cups, deep in the intuition. This is the counterpart for the King of Cups, and it's in the inverse, so it's giving yin-yang vibes. And indigo, innovation. Feminines, you keep your masculine on their toes. Their creative juices, they get ideas that they've never comprehended regarding you. They've never conceived of the things, the places their minds go, the things that they imagine and envision, the way their intuition kicks up. You are their greatest muse. And this isn't just sort of the intimate vibes I'm picking up on. This is also life purpose and next level thriving, living, joy. What do the feminines need to know? Strength in the inverse. So this is the card that overcomes the devil. So it's fresh. The devil's still here on the table, but keep anchoring in this righteousness, this incredible knowing that you are overcoming the lower world in relationships, which goes hand in hand with true love and monogamy, actual monogamy, not forced monogamy, not contrived monogamy, but real, true, one-on-one love. You're getting there, feminines, and I'm feeling like an electrical current where there's no corrosion in the wires. It's like a optimum ampage. What can we see for the 2? Wow, judgment. It looks like there are trumpets being blown here, and the sun. This is kind of a bird, and I'm being reminded of a recent reading I did with 3 little birds. And there's a bird with 3 trumpets, 3 messages, 3 awarenesses, 3 tests I heard. There's something that has been unfolding. It comes in 3s, I just heard. But this doesn't feel like a bad energy. It's like 3rd time's the charm. Something about 3s, that's going to resonate differently for each. It has to do with this innovation and overcoming. That only the 2 in your connection could manifest, could navigate, could innovate together. What are these masculines thinking on the heart space, feeling on the heart space? Hanging Man and Ace of Swords. Deep meditation, should I or shouldn't I? This is a pendulum, which is a yes and no question. And then the truth here. Oh, should I tell them the truth? I just heard. It's coming down to the wire on the heart space. These masculines are actually wanting to express their truth to you, feminines. Let me get a little bit of a side note. What is this truth that the masculines would like to confess, express? What is their heart telling? Oh, you're my destiny. There's something about this larger than life, extraordinary thing that they're touching on. The indigo in this deck talks about cosmic intel and next level innovation. They're just saying, I never knew it could be this good. I never knew it could be this way. What do the feminines need to know? The Well, this is one of the ascended cards in this deck. It's where we attune to the flow. We're in the zone. We're creating the discipline, the discernment after ascending to be able to flow with whatever comes our way. What is the advice for the counterparts? The Empress in the inverse. Ooh, I just heard be careful about unwanted pregnancies. Again, that languaging is challenging. There's a lot of fertility ramping up towards unions. This is also financial abundance and each counterpart focusing on their foundation that way, so that these connections can be exponential together and both have a very clear picture of where they stand. Something about the masculines wanting to move this forward and wanting to do so on an abundant pathway. So feminines, if there's anything to do with your material realm, your finances, it might be a good time now to take stock. What can we see for the masculines on the heart space with these connections? Oh my goodness. 8 of Swords and the 8 of Swords in a yin-yang tumble. One's in the inverse, one's in the upright. So in the heart space, they feel like it's a stalemate, a gridlock, a checkmate. Masculines feel this is a checkmate. Oh, it's the flippy-floppy of the feminine and masculine. In many codependent cycles, the feminine is in their masculine and the masculine, 1111, is in their feminine. So emasculated masculines who are taking second seat to the feminines wearing the pants. This is shifting, and the masculines feel this. They're feeling like they want to be the one to take the lead. They're feeling like they're seeing you freeing yourself from the fear. Fear is what causes chasing. So these masculines are seeing you, feminines, freeing yourself from that fear and no longer chasing. There's a deeper sense of knowing coming in. And these masculines are invited in the energy to emulate the knowing, not the uncertainty. There is like a developmental bandwidth where the feminines stop chasing and the masculines aren't sure if the feminines are that into them because they're not behaving in a karmic way, a predictable way. So these masculines are about to come into leadership by not fearing rejection and accurately seeing that divine feminines don't chase. We did have the Empress, which is that magnetic connection. It's not in the upright, so it's like the whole orchestration is coming into balance. What is for the feminines? The Hermit in the inverse. So coming out of your shell, feminines, I'm seeing that you're going to be branching off your beaten track right now. You might be doing something totally different than you normally do. I'm getting this weekend, you might be starting to come into your own, into this Empress energy in a different way. This can be making new connections, new networks. Oi, oi, oi. Please be careful with any kind of rebellious, intimate pursuits because of that pregnancy energy. But this, coming out of hermit mode, it feels, feminines, that you're no longer chasing, but you're still going to have to learn the mastery of then, that doesn't mean you go in a different direction necessarily, unless you are truly actually letting go of this person that you might be watching this for. If you are, I don't know why you're watching this. But there is a self-mastery coming in that doesn't depend on whether you think your masculine wants you or not. It's going to be your own righteousness. This is that Tower moment of requirements where you're not making your decisions because you think it's going to affect your masculine in one way or the other. This is you really setting that standard, that it's your standard and not for another person outside of yourself, not even your counterpart. You're going to be righteous for your own reasons, not because you're trying to be chosen. What can we see for the advice? 2 of Cups. This is love, everybody. Like, if this reading is resonating, this is love. What are the masculines wishing to manifest? Truth and clarity. And presence. They want to connect. They want to communicate with you. They want to show you that they can speak and have their own opinions, I just heard. So they want to dispel any kind of misconceptions about their ability to think very deeply. They are philosophers. You've made them very anxious in the past, feminines. And that has been a reflection of your own emotional imbalances, your own lack of mastery, your own doubt, your own insecurity. And so it takes two, it's not just one. But these masculines, they're like mustering it up to say, okay, this time I'm not going to screw it up. I'm not going to F it up. I'm going to actually go through with this and tell my feminine what I want to say. Keep it simple, stupid, I just heard. So they're really wanting to tell you this truth. But it requires that they see you in a level of composure, discipline, mastery over your impulses. What is it for the feminine? It's the Empress in the inverse again. So with this hermit mode and the caution to not go into rebellion at this time, feminines. If you truly do care for this masculine, don't be doing anything silly right now. Focus on your own abundance, but trust this connection. If it truly is your heart's desire to be with this masculine and it feels aligned for you, allow that to deeply sink in and stay the course here. What is the advice for the counterparts? Page of Cups, surrendering. There's a sweetness available in the energy that it's allowing for both counterparts to let this sink in a little bit more deeply at this time. There are revelations being seen by both about how ridiculously good it is to have met each other and how quirky and how aligned, how compatible you both are. What are the actions the masculines? Ooh, they are contemplating this tower getting ready to fall. So they're getting ready to pull the plug on something in their life that they've invested a lot into. Whether that's time, it could be relationships, it could be jobs, it could be living situations, it could be so many different things. Thought patterns. A lot of people are involved. There are many people around that tower that this masculine is very much contemplating how, what, when they're going to pull the plug. Annual plans. So they're putting, I'm feeling that they are about to tell people that they're no longer doing the thing. There's something that they do every year that they are withdrawing from. And Nine of Cups, Lord of Material Happiness. I'm just hearing the things they used to think would make them happy in the material realm, they did not produce fruit. It didn't actually make them happy. And they're rethinking these whole structures, constructs that they thought would create happiness. Their heart lies in these connections with you, feminines. What is the advice for the feminines? The Magician. I'm just hearing, have faith. Your magician, your divine masculine will manifest their success route. What is the advice for both? The Hermit in the inverse, coming out of our shells. So there may be some communication between the two. Testing the waters. These masculines might be feeling into what you think of them at this stage, feminines. They still do need to let these towers fall, though. So even if they're putting feelers out, it may not be that it's go time. They might just be testing to see where you're at. And for some, do you. But I'm seeing that specifically this weekend, there might be opportunities that you feminines will regret if you're too trigger happy with something coming up. And somebody needs to hear that. And what can we see for the biggest challenge? Making the full transformation to bring these connections into public awareness. So that can mean legal matters and other decisions that legitimately have to play out. But these masculines are anticipating whatever the transformations are, the circumstances, that taboo element to these connections also, whatever it has been, they have their eyes on the prize. They know that these connections, at least from their end of it, they want them to be known. They don't want to hide these connections. Advice for the feminines, Wheel of Fortune. So it's not in the upright, but this time is coming. You want this. Your masculine wants this. In this energy right now, the DMs might actually be even more sure. But we did see the feminines coming into that sense of new frequency, the new standards, the righteousness. This is spinning the wheel. It is only a matter of time. And advice, Page of Pentacles. So one step at a time, intuitively guided. There's going to be some material realm synchronicities that you just can't make up, I heard. What is the solution to the masculines awaiting this go time in the public eye or bringing these connections? Oh yeah. Divine Feminine. This is my favorite card in this deck, or my favorite Divine Feminine card. And the Seven of Cups, Lord of Illusionary Success. This was in face down. So everything aside from union with you and this incredible higher timeline, feminines, is illusionary success. And these masculines know it. And that is the fuel. That's the rocket booster that gets them through this transformation towards these connections becoming publicly known in the future. It really is for them to continue sorting the things that truly do not provide actual success and to keep their eye on the prize. You are this. See how the imagery even overlays? You could superimpose this imagery here. I said eye on the prize with that one, and this is the prize. Union with their divine feminine. I am seeing the Kundalini, the chemistry, the alchemy, the perfect match, energy. Advice for the feminines. Chariot in the inverse. So many major arcanas in the inverse today. So things are brewing behind the scenes. As these masculines let go of all of the things that glitter that aren't gold and continue to focus on union, they're chiming in energetically with your desires here, feminines, and it's going to speed up very fast once it comes in. Three of Pentacles, yeah, so much going on behind the scenes right now. What is the direction in the near future? The Star and the Foolish Man. We're getting a leap of faith that's star-destined. The masculines are making sure they're cleaning up everything from their past so that they can come forward to the feminines. Oh my gosh, I literally can't stop seeing the imageries of babies and the Empress twice and all of that going on. And this Ankh actually looks like a little baby that the masculine is holding in that card. This one, there's a poppy blossoming. So there's new life coming into these connections. Feminines, burden is being released. So whatever's going on in your life, there's burden being released. But this love comes in when the coast is clear. I just heard again. And 7 of Cups. Okay, no news is good news. I'm hearing that again. This can be a smoke screen, smoke and mirrors. It can be too many concepts floating around to make sense of any one thing, things not making sense. And so if you're not in the know right now, feminines, just focus on what is within your joy bucket to focus on. Do your best, get out of the burdens. It's not time to be focusing directly on your masculine right now. And isn't that how we want it? We want to be so good on our own that when the masculines come in, it's just really the icing on the cake. I see that in the energy. I see this shift coming in. I see it expressed in the cards. Any last thing that we can get? Last messages for my viewer. We're going to get it from this deck. About these connections. Any last messages? 10 of Wands. There's a card of burden again. So we are meant to learn our karmic lessons. This is the suit of karma. The wands are the suit of the soul and those soul lessons. So whatever's going on right now, really feel into the wisdom teachings through everything you've lived through and that you are navigating and cleaning up right now, because that's going to support you more than you know. Okay, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.